Howdy folks, and welcome to this Let's Play of Hearts of Iron number 4. Currently we're playing as the United States, as a... Alright, game is loading. There we go. You should be able to see this now. What is the current state of affairs? We're going through funding the Navy. Completing in 5 days. Yeah, really that's the next one to complete. Now we're in 1939 already. One of the things I really need to get started in terms of production is probably some tanks and that kind of equipment. But yeah, naval stuff is higher priority, I would say. German troops have crossed into Bohemia and Moravia, ostensibly to restore order to the region in the wake of the collapse of the Czechoslovakian government. In Prague, the occupying forces announced the creation of an autonomous protectorate within the German Reich. Slovakia has been declared independent under the leadership of Josef Tiso. Okay. Anyways, we completed this one here, which was funding the Navy. I don't want to go down this route yet. I'd like to be able to do that one or this one, but I can't. So at the moment I'm basically doing the ones over here. Convoy defense doctrine. Marine 1 and Marine 2. We can no longer sit by and watch neighboring countries build tools of war meant to suppress us or our allies. We must intervene with the greater good in our mighty country and the world. What does this do? Game puppet focus war against Venezuela. Black Chamber operations. World tension is boosted by 1. We get more potential democratic parties to come around. Let's start that one. That's quite interesting course to take. Bit of intervention over here in Brazil and Argentina. Be quite interesting to see what's going on with that. Alright, how am I doing in terms of production here? Let's first look at my increase in production capacity here. Completing in April, that one. I really need to boost this one here. But I also need to basically increase, of course, my fighter production and that kind of stuff. In terms of ships, I'm doing quite nicely here. I will be gaining, of course, more submarines as we go along. What am I doing in terms of research? The next one to complete is 12 days. Zog submits to Italy. So let's have a brief look at Europe. So the German Reich is now one big chunk over here. And of course, yeah, Albania is no longer. It is now part of Italy. Okay. We're still suffering from the Great Depression. The fighter will be completed relatively shortly. 2 days, 1 day to go. There we go. Let's pause the time for just a second. We're in 1939. I will be researching the carrier variant as well. Because yeah, we're basically building carriers and so forth. So what do I need to do? I need to change my production slightly. Actually, I'm only building carrier fighters at the moment, not regular fighters. I need to start building some regular fighters here as well, I think. And I thought they were regular fighters, but it turns out not to be the case. Anyway, 72 days on that. There is another 56 days to go on this. Within that time frame, I'll be able to complete at least the multi-altitude flying here. Germany is, yeah, showing its muscle, so to speak. Perfect. Let's pause the game briefly. This one's 144 days. 1939, eh? So I should really be doing this one here. So let's get these completed here. Probably should have started on these a bit earlier. But yeah, okay. It's okay for the time being. $95 over there. It's 39 days, 37, and this one will complete actually in 35 days, so less time, 34 days. Black chamber operations. Be interesting to see actually what happens over here once we get that completed. I'm low on manpower, yeah, okay, I can imagine that.
Ready to move. Ready, sir.
Alright, let's stop these exercises. These guys are now regular troops. Caracas is basically there. Where have I got other naval troops stationed around here? Over in Norfolk, isn't it? I'm going to select this one. I'm actually going to start operations here. So you can see the actual reach, how far we can go with these ships because of the red lines. I'm probably going to split this one in two, I think. Oops, no, I should have said that I'm going to do search and destroy in this region here. And of course then I'm going to pick up the other one. Oops, there we go. Italy has joined the Axis. Italy pursues a closer bond with Germany. Okay, Argentinian Republic declares war on Argentina. Okay. Yes, I'll need to set a new national focus. I am actually going to go expand the Marine Corps.
Ready.
I'm going to move these guys to the same position as the other ones. Oh, it wasn't us. Yeah, of course it wasn't. Anyways, what are we going to... I've already chosen here, haven't I? Yeah, I have chosen. What was I saying? I was basically saying that we basically need to put, of course, all of our different units into good use. We're going to basically do a search and destroy missions here, here, and then of course I'm going to take this bigger one and I'm going to move it right in front of the coast here. I'm going to do here search and destroy in this region here. Very widespread. Search and destroy has got quite tight. Information spread is how much the fleet is spread all over the missions region. Alright, that's fine. Perfect. Got a fair number of troops here. These guys are entrenched. The Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Who's got submarines here? Is that ours? Yeah, it could be. Because we got troops patrolling this region now. Or boats, ships. As you can see, lots of submarines of ours patrolling here as well. Right. I am actually going to go back to what we got here. And in here I'm actually going to set up these ones here as well. I'm going to be able to upgrade, of course, our weapon production here to a newer version. Can't create any variants on that, unfortunately. It's a massive reduction, unfortunately, due to the change. But yeah, so be it. pause the game for a second. We've completed this one, which is good. Improved version of that. I'm going to go for the M3 Lee here. Should I go for this one first? Yeah, that might be a good idea to go for that one first. Let's have a look down here. We basically got Second Brazilian Republic. And we got Brazil here. So this is a interesting one. So I can send them a land lease. Send them a, well, I haven't even got 1,000 of that, so yeah, forget about that. Well, actually I do have 1,000 of that. Let's make that 500 though. Now I'll have the same here in this country here. It's a democratic version. Argentina as well as Brazil have accepted their land lease, which is good. Look at this. This is a Agustin Pedro Justo. What's the state of affairs down here? I'm not quite sure. Anyways, we got an old version of equipment we're basically building. I'm upgrading that to the newer artillery. They'll take another almost 60 days. We're going to complete the fighter here, quickest. Perfect. Now what do we got here? We got heavy fighters here. What is this? Tactical bomber. Go for this, well actually let's go for the stuff that we got here. Construction upgrades. Of course gear upgrade as well. We can basically upgrade this to the newer version of the fighter. Current stock position here is we got a fair number of carrier fighters in stock, as you can see. Older versions, newer versions, and we are of course producing. France bans communism. Well, that makes sense. It's a fascist state there, interesting. Production here is of course still ongoing. Lots of consumer goods, as you can see. It's going to be 71 days, so that's going to be a fair while. It's at least into the next item there. Lots of investment in the infantry weaponry. Needed for upgrades is a fair number, 60,000 at the very least. I will start a new production line in the meantime. Because yeah, I will need quite a bit more. Moving that up in the queue because it should get higher priority. Yeah, I've got 0 manpower left at the moment. So I need 90,000 troops, and I haven't actually got those troops, so I do have the equipment, at least the older level of equipment, not the newer type. Another 6, well, a couple of days anyways to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Poland refuses a German ultimatum. Alright, expand the Marine Corps. What has happened? You can see Germany says Danzig or war. Can we go for this one? One of the following must be true. We must be at war ourselves with one of those parties. We're not at war, so that's not going to happen. I can now finally go for this one because we got world tension being high enough. Consumer goods would be reduced. Construction speed is improving, I guess. Because what kind of economy have we got? We got isolation at the moment. Poland joins the Allies. German Reich declares war on Poland. Yeah. So we see a reduction in actual consumer good usage, and also we see an increase in the speed of production of new factories. That's always a good thing. 24 days for this one here to complete. So various different ones are still ongoing here. You can probably keep an eye on the war here in Poland. You can see basically the shift in the borders. They're kind of pinching the western flank there. Krakow is still in their hands, same with Warsaw, but both seem to be about to fall. Alright. Luxembourg joins the Allies. Germany declares war on Luxembourg. Okay. 2 days to go for the concentrated industry. Netherlands joins the Allies. Okay, interesting. Luxembourg has capitulated. Okay, that makes sense. Details. Alright, so all of those are here completed in 1939, so that's fine. 1938, yeah, that's fine as well. Let's move on to what we got here, really. I want to basically upgrade that tank to the M3 Lee. 17 days for the next item. Belgium joins the Allies. Yeah, that's 40 more days to go, so that will basically be just before that one completes, but we'll have this one first. Look at the border shifting here. At least the Netherlands is falling relatively rapidly. Relatively speaking. 9 days to go. The fall of Warsaw. Deutschland siegt an allen Fronten. Ah, so is it Germany is the word all fronts, that's what it says. Alright, so yeah, Poland. I thought Poland just surrendered, so Poland. Well, Poland hasn't surrendered, Warsaw has fallen. Three, 2, 1. 1. There we go. Alright, advanced equipment conversion. Poland's capitulated. Perfect. Well, perfect. Well, that's just the way of things at the moment. What are we going to do here? We are in 1939. Equipment here. I can actually start researching the Marines. And it looks like this will be the next one, the giant wakes. Nations turn to us to protect the values of democracy and liberty. The world where non-intervention America was born no longer exists, and we must adopt accordingly. Now, how do we create our own faction? That'll be a good question, isn't it? That's something we can do from here. Ask to join faction. New. Who are our friends? The Dutch, the French. I don't want them to be. World tension at 100%. Okay. Okay, well, it's not high enough yet. This is another 13 days, 12. Slowly counting down. We'll basically take on Venezuela as one of the next targets, I guess. Poland capitulated. Great War in Belgium. Eastern Poland, okay. Does that do anything to world tension? No, not really. 3 days to go. 2, 1. There we go, the giant wakes. Alright, limited intervention. I can't do anything with that yet. I can't do anything with this one either yet. Just because, yeah, I don't have enough world tension yet. We are standing at 72% and I need more than 72% for that one to be available. Same with this one here, 80% and this one 75%. So, what can I do in the meantime? My relationship with Germany will deteriorate with this one, but what will happen? Cost more than one of the following must be true. Is an offensive war caused more than 30% of the world tension? Is not democratic. It's plain to see that Germany political and expansionism goes far beyond any measure of sanity. This must be stopped before the war machine reaches the point of no return. Embargo on Germany, destroyers for bases. I'm gonna try to play this slightly differently. I don't want to necessarily basically go with the UK and France on this. Okay. That's interesting. Air support or strategic bombing. Carrier primacy, Bureau of Aeronautics, naval bomber models, convoy tactics, amphibious operations, preemptive intervention. Which one do I want to go for? So I must be in a faction with one of those parties. Let's go for air support here. UK's patrolling here is all interesting. What can I do here? Can I build, for example, a radar here? I can. Can I build one in Hawaii, for example? There's some space for me to build radars. There's no space there, which is fine. But look at this. We can actually choose what we want to do in terms of the government. Division training time is reduced. Army morale. Naval reformer. Naval experience gain plus 10%. Convoy raiding efficiency. Naval aviation. Naval attack from carriers. Interesting. Air safety expert. Air extent reduced. Night operations. Air reformer. So it's all about experience gain there. Army logistics. Let's basically reduce our attrition here to start off with. Or do we want to change one of these, for example? So we got free trade. The free trade is actually, yeah, I kind of like the free trade option. I'm gonna have a look here again. So what have we got here? War industrialist. Let's go for the war industrialist there. Research slot is available. What are we going to research? Still in 1939. I am going to go for the... Let's go for this one here, I think. Trade interdiction. Convoy sailing. Yeah. It's a relatively quick one, as you can see. This is still about another 60 days or so. So we'll be able to complete at least 2 of these within that time frame. What else have we got ongoing here? We've still got a fairly long list of different things we are focusing in on. Lots of factories still under construction, which is good. Real tension is at 73% at the moment. Germans are fighting quite strongly here. Complete a bit of research. Let's basically pick a new one first before we do anything else. I can actually basically get this one up and running. Should be good. Let's actually have a look at what's going on in Argentina and Brazil. Second Brazilian Republic is doing good. It's very nicely going along there. Argentina is a different story. There's hardly any fighting going on there whatsoever. What can I do to basically boost them? I didn't think that was set to monthly. I thought it was a once off. We'll have the same here with Brazil then, isn't it? Let's bring that down substantially to maybe 50. Yes, those production numbers were just, or the flow was far too high. Days on that one. We'll complete that before we do the rest. Marines 1 and then Marines 2 will follow shortly after. There we go, Marines 1. Marines 2 is actually available here as well. I thought I had a discount on that as well, but I don't see that discount at the moment. So let's actually focus in on these here. So let's go for the recon company and so forth. Engineers. Let's improve those to start off with. Air support is another 30 days, 28, This one's still 24. Yeah, they're about on par with each other. So 22 days on that one, and then this one is 20 days. So this one completes before the other one. As you can see, they're pushing the front lines here quite nicely. Rio is going to be under threat relatively soon. There we go, air support. So that one's nicely done. Bureau of Aeronautics, Convoy Tactics, Convoy Defense, Amphibious Operations, Preemptive. Which one actually will give me an option of getting more people into my armies? Limited Intervention is still not available because world tension is not high enough. Same with that one then. So I'm going to be forced to basically focus in on these ones here, really. Alright, let's do preemptive intervention here, and in the meantime let's make plans for this one to do a naval invasion from... where have I got my troops actually based? Yeah, so this one is going to do a naval invasion from here into this one here. Alright, how long is that going to take him to prepare? There are no units assigned to this order, really. I'm pretty sure I assigned all of them to that order, but... no divisions. No divisions transports. Interesting, let's cancel that then. Let's move all of these by transport to that location there. So if that's the case, then yeah, we need to basically make sure we got the troops available for that. Convoy sailing. Integrated convoy defense. And carrier primacy. 64 days. Takes a little bit of time, but yeah, we'll get there. Let's have another look here at our production. Are we actually producing more carriers? Cannot deploy. Why not? Insufficient manpower. Yeah, that's a bit of an issue.
Ready, sir.
What about I cancel all these items of production? That makes, of course, manpower available again. Cool. It's a few too many, but okay.
Listen up. Yes, sir. Ready.
Alright, let's move these down to Miami as well.
Move out.
I will be looking to invade this location here. And then I will be assigning all of these to that. Select divisions. Research more transport technology to increase our naval. Total limit is 10. So let's pick 10 of these then.
Sir. Listen up.
There you go, 10. So how long is it going to take? 70 days in terms of preparation. A bit longer than I'd kind of hoped, but okay.
Lads,
These guys, I will be assigning them to the east coast. I'll be putting one of these in each of these key
Move out.
locations.
move out. Move out.
Right, so I got 0 manpower once again. What's happening in terms of my production here? I'm working on the next Yorktown. Okay. Skill level is 5. That is a German interest in Scandinavia. Let's see what the situation develops. Okay. Now, what kind of country is this? They've got no elections. That's a democratic one. I cannot create a faction yet, which will come. We're still part of the Great Depression, unfortunately. Brazil took 8 states. Second Brazilian Republic. Really? I thought they were winning. Research is finished. Let's pause this for just a second. So these guys are non-democratic, unfortunately. That is really, really unfortunate. Okay. I thought the war was going so well, but okay, guess not. What are we going to do? We're going to basically research the next item here. We're in 1940 now, aren't we? Alright, we are going to go for this one here. Anyways, looking at the clock, it's about time for us to call it a day, so it's exactly what I will be doing here. So I'm going to basically save away the game. The game's already saved, really. But yeah, I'm going to say thanks again for joining me. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.